there, viewers. We are live now. I'm gonna make a ping on the viewers like you segment of my channel. I'm gonna send out a ping to everybody while I am live. And actually, hang on. There we go. Let me go to Twitch. I'll go to my Twitch channel really quickly, get the link to that too.
Hello, audience. I might not be immediately talking that much. I am on a hot streak in FTL, but after that, I will be probably more aware.
I put this on. I'll just put this on social media for the fuck of it. Why not? What's the worst that's gonna happen? More viewers. Announcement. All right, I got everything set up. Well, 99%. Let me just do the final 1% of setup by sharing my screen. Oh, that would be kind of funny, but I'm not doing that. For Discord, just streaming like OBS, and that's it. Yeah, let me. This is just OpenMW is really weird to stream.
OpenMW?
Yeah, it's Morrowind's. Got it. What do you see? Do you see Morrowind?
I see Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind.
All right, good enough. All right, so OpenMW, for those who don't know, for the uninitiated, open source Morrowind. It is Morrowind on an open source engine. It is allows you to do way more robust stuff. Allows you to make the draw distance like in a decent and stable moment. And it also lets you do mods that you would never be able to pull off otherwise. Although there are still some good mods on Morrowind Script Extender, OpenMW is the better way to go, and they're already migrating a lot of it to OpenMW. But for this stream, we're gonna make a new character because I think I've cracked the code on this game last night. I played it because I was bored, you know, and I felt the old Morrowind mood, and then in my head I figured it out. The only downside to my setup is wow, let me skip it this time.
You were dreaming.
There we go. I've seen it.
What's your name?
And we are at our impasse, which is deciding a name for this stream character. I don't want to name him Jamie Plays. I'm not bringing that evil into here.
What's your fucking anime character from the Hunter thing?
Makoto Azuma-chan.
Is that it? Do you want to name him that?
I might name him like Akira Azuma-chan, actually.
The brother. The LARPer. You see, she's into anime, but her brother is into LARPing.
Not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we
What, Joab?
I'm sure they'll let us go.
Speak up! That's like the really funny thing about the audio is I have the music turned down And like for
Quiet.
some
Here
reason,
comes the guy.
the
This
sound
is
mixing's
where
that
we
way,
belong.
where like Joeb's like barely speaking and the music's overpowering him. Now, I've done some mods of and none of them really affect gameplay other than floating health bars on your enemy. Now you're probably like, why don't? Some of you are wondering, what about the hit chance? Well, I figured that out, so I have no
Get
need
yourself
of
up
such a
on deck and
mod
let's keep
to
this as
fix
civil as
what
possible.
I have fixed myself.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Now, the cool thing about the increased draw distance is that you can only really. This is
Let's
like
go.
fog
Move
out
it along.
here. Shut the fuck up. This is all fog out here, right?
Yeah.
But now with the draw distance, you can even see like over there. And
You
like,
see that mountain? You can go there. Actually, can you even go over there?
you can't. I know you can't for sure in this version. I'm unsure if that's part of the OpenMW, the Tamriel rebuilt mod I have or not. That lets me explore like a
Let's go.
big chunk of
Move it along.
mainland Morrowind. But yeah, that chunk was either you can see it or you can just not go. You know what? I'll double check when we can open the
We
map.
finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Now we pick our race. Now, a lot of these actually really affect what build you want to do. And something that Morrowind and even Oblivion had a little bit of is the stats changing depending on gender.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I remember hearing that. Wait, are Brenton's like monk haircuts?
They start off with them, but we're not gonna go with that. We're going to go with what I am going to dub the stoner preset. Okay, so we're gonna get this hair. Is there any other longer hair? Just nope. And we're gonna go to the face. What the? Wait, no. There we go. Look at bro.
Oh yeah, look at him.
And this is who we're gonna be playing for this save. Each race has a different thing. Argonians do have a good stat. And Khajiits probably have a good stat too, but the problem with Argonians and Khajiits is I hope you don't like wearing boots and helmets, because you can't do that. Because it doesn't fit their faces.
They didn't cheat it
Nope. They did not.
like a real video game.
They didn't cheat that shit back then. You just couldn't wear it wholesale.
Yeah, this is a real RPG, not a real video game.
Uh,
It's complete nonsense what I just said. There's nothing to that.
wow, there are a bajillion faces I have not seen. There we go.
Are these extra faces from a mod, or have you just not looked at them?
I haven't looked at them. But I'm gonna go with this face because it feels like the most appropriate. It feels like the one I want to go with.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
Look
Follow me up
at
to the
these
office and
near
don't forget
Max
to release.
Payne face looking motherfuckers.
Yeah, a little.
Also around the time, like I remember there was like a Morrowind modding forums where they talked about like Attack on the Clones when that movie dropped.
Yes.
Wait, you were looking at a forum whenever Attack of the Clones dropped.
No, I didn't. Look
Okay,
at
okay, I
the
was like, that doesn't make sense with the timeline.
I watched a video as well that was about Tamriel Rebuilt's history and like how long that mod was being worked on with them releasing chunks at a time. And they were working on that shit since like day one almost. And
Talk about a labor of love.
yeah, like the video talking about its development like talks about like going from like Bush to Obama as like the video as it's being made. And
That's pretty funny.
also how like there was some drama between two teams of Tamriel rebuilt, and the other one split off, and those guys are a part of Beyond Skyrim now.
Oh, really?
Yep, the guys who split off. So we're gonna make a custom class. Now, Sage Morrowind advice. No matter what build you do, no matter what you want to pull, I would say a lot of it's viable. Now, everything is viable. However, enchant and alchemy are the most viable on everything. And you're probably wondering why. And that's because when there are no limits for enchanting and alchemy later on. Until there's the sky. The sky is the limit on that shit. So you could get that to work with anything. Now for this build, I'm gonna do something that I did yesterday that is a little untraditional. We're gonna go hand to hand.
Oh. You're being daring.
And we're going to pick for our main magic.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. I'm
Hi, everybody.
going through Morrowind, and I'm showing off how I'm doing this. All right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go for.
Oh, hello.
Although,
Wow.
hello, got the. Oh, you're joined by Lucius. I'm gonna go with medium armor purely because that's where the bone mold and all the other cool, weird-looking armors are at. So, where is medium armor? There we go.
I'm not normally here for these.
Neither am I.
So what are you doing, AC, for these guys? What is the premise
What
of
is
the
the
stream?
mod?
Oh, there's several mods.
Is it the mod that adds that freaky little guy that you kept posting a while ago?
The gremlin?
Yeah.
I'll
The canonically named Gremlin?
have you note that the mod adds the gremlin, also adds an explorable chunk of Cyrodiil into this game. And I have a bunch of Tamriel. I have Tamriel Rebuilt updated to its latest thing. You're probably wondering, what's Tamriel Rebuilt? In Morrowind, for those who don't know, you only explore Vardenfell and Solstheim in Morrowind. Tamriel Rebuilt lets you explore the mainland. And that's the mod I got. I also got Skyrim Home in the North, which lets you explore a bit of Skyrim and the Reach. And also, Project Cyrodiil, which adds a chunk of Cyrodiil to it. There's also a couple balancing things, like hand-to-hand, also skilling off some strength. Actually, we're gonna go for...
I bought Peak.
Oh, what'd you buy?
Peak.
the game. The game called P.
I learned it could be played
Oh.
solo, and I was like, yeah, alright, I'll buy that, I guess.
Alchemy. For the minor skills, I'm gonna pick this just in case. But mainly, most important one, athletics, acrobatics, for that sweet movement speed.
Put all of it into Axe.
I mean, if I was playing a Nord, you could get an efficient axe build. And there's also a really good axe in Seydanin. I forget which tree stump it's in, but it's actually pretty good. But right now, I'm gonna go hand to hand. I'm going to make...
I didn't realize that this was like the Elder Scrolls theme. I assumed that this was from Skyrim.
You know, I think I said the same thing the last time we did a Morrowind thing.
I've literally never played a single Elder Scrolls game. Actually, that's a lie. I played like a half hour of Skyrim.
Oh.
And then I got a bug where I got stuck like crouching because I was crouching in a load zone or some shit. And then I stopped playing the game.
Actually,
Yeah,
it's a,
that sounds about right.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
Now, I'm gonna pick something untraditional. I'm gonna pick
What?
the lady so I can get the fortified endurance for this build, and that's where that's gonna go.
Yes, gender lock stats, starting stats.
Oh no, this isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the thing: the lady's the sign. That has nothing to do with gender. But there are, but genders do change the stats that your that the race gets. Believe it or not.
Did you
You know, I think they had
Yes,
that in Fallout too, I think. The original.
Did you know gender?
I didn't know that.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
All right. Well, what we looking? A good 30 hand-to-hand. 40 alchemy already.
Alchemy. Are you doing an alchemy build?
Oh no. Here's the thing, with the way alchemy and enchant is in Morrowind, no matter what build you do, if you want to be really good, you get alchemy and enchant in there, no matter what build you're doing. Now, because the sky's the limit with potion making when you get there.
Yeah, it's just like Ludacris said in that song.
Show your papers to the captain when you
Now,
actually get your release fee.
Move, pitch, get out the way.
No, the potion.
now we're going to make a lot of money really quickly.
Are you by stealing this guy's silverware?
Wait, I need to take the paper first.
Oh yeah, this.
Oh, LaRouche.
Yeah.
Have you seen the newest game changer?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
I have.
And like
I
that,
don't have money
It's
for
pretty-
dropout.
and like that, the limeware platter is ours.
Oh, they just don't care.
Oh, well, they do care, but if you steal it and then in this menu, you take it out of your inventory, put it back in the shelf, they will warn you. And due to the way this area works specifically, once they warn you, you can pick it back up without them caring. And
Only that though.
only that. Well, all the other items too, but the limeware platter
That's the
is worth a
expensive
lot.
one.
That's the expensive one. We're also going to take everything that has a decent, like, value of money and anything that's, like, not glued down. Alright.
Monster, you have installed AC.
It's still in double digits. It's still in double digits. It's like a fair amount. I forget if there's a way to actually double check. Is there? Okay, so you can check a bit of them, actually. Now, here's the thing. Morrowind doesn't have a, Morrowind doesn't have a lockpicking minigame at all.
Here's a stat check.
This is how you lockpick.
It's just a stat check.
It's a stat check. Also, the lock.
Just roll.
Yeah,
Just
the
roll stupid.
Something I find really funny is that hitting things are also dice rolls.
well,
But yeah, that's right. It's why everybody hates Morrowind.
I mean, also that, but fatigue. You see that green bar? In Oblivion
Yeah.
and in Skyrim, it's called stamina. Here, it is called fatigue. When the green bar goes empty, which it'll do if you jump a lot or if you try to sprint, that means your character will be tired. And when that green bar is empty and you are tired, you will miss most of your shots, and you will fail to cast most of your spells, and you can't do much of anything when you're tired. Also, here's a free magic ring that heals you. This will come into play later.
Your papers, please.
Background's not important. Background, Morrowind, duties, Caius Casades. Also, fun fact, Patrick Stewart's is still in power during the time of Morrowind.
How old is he?
I mean his hair is like all whited out.
Does he have hair still?
Yeah, he does. Well, oh, you're talking about the person. I was talking about the character he plays, Uriel Septim. Alright, so...
Yeah, I
How
was also
old is-
one...
No, how old is Uriel Septim?
Fairly...
How old is he when he dies?
I mean, every single incarnation of him from Arena to Oblivion all depict him with white hair. Even though Arena's Uriel Septim and Oblivion's Uriel Septim are canonically the same guy, but might as well be two different people. Now also, this is this guy's healing ring.
I thought that was one of us whistling.
This
No.
guy's ring has a spell that'll heal you. It's a pretty good healing spell, but
Sounds useful.
if you give him to him, you'll have the guy who runs the shop will be favorable to you. But also, that's not the end of the ring. And because there is a person within this store,
Think it'll rain?
and you want to go here
Yes, Outlander?
and you speak to this guy and you tell him that you're totally going to help him find Fargoth's hiding place. You're totally going to help him and split the loot.
Fargoth is such a fucking fantasy character name.
Fargoth was the elf I gave the ring to.
And watch it be a totally real name.
No trouble at all.
Now, because we've already got a good favor with this guy, we're gonna sell him the limeware platter, and we're going to get 455 gold for it.
Is that a lot?
Fair amount. And now we already have 575 gold. Which it sounds like a lot, but this is pennies compared to what we're going to be making here real soon. Now, we're going to sell all the silverware and all the forks, all the cups, and all the empty flasks and candlesticks that we stole from the census office.
Oh wait, is this one of those games where you can steal everything? Like props?
Yeah. And we're going to also have 730 gold walking out of this place initially. Now I could go in there and buy some decent armor, and I probably should, but we're going to go for my first save for stream. And we're gonna hit enter. Now we are going to go outside of town and wait.
How interesting. A tourist.
And we're going to wait until specifically 9 p.m. And we have to be careful with this because this isn't like Skyrim and Oblivion where it counts the hours. It will load it as fast as your computer can carry it. 4.
Wait.
Not wait for a certain amount of hour.
Oh, we're interrupted by a rat. Oh wait, let me unequip this. Now, I haven't leveled up combat. I haven't done that yet. I haven't even gotten gear, so we're just gonna see how this goes. Now, here's the thing about unarmed combat. I am doing damage to the rat's fatigue. This will pay off in the long run.
You're doing it. You're really taking it to that fucking rat.
This is a
Khan
training.
wants to know if she can enter.
I will say she'll, say, I don't know, probably. I mean, there's literally 4 out of 5 slots here. Like, she doesn't have to ask.
Yeah, but
you
she's
know,
gonna ask.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be like, oh, there might be too many people in here for what you're doing, but if that is what you felt.
I feel it.
So I can see her asking.
However, wait.
However, the rat.
So, you
I
know
think the rat is winning.
Hello, Khan. AC is punching the rat.
Okay, so you know the meat hook in Rocky? The butcher shop? That's this rat.
Yeah.
And I am Rocky.
Okay, well, you're currently losing.
No, you can't see the fatigue, which is going down.
Okay, well, I can see your health, which is currently at 60%.
Yeah, I am seeing this rat's health not going down at all. You gotta hit him with a left.
Eventually, this will work out.
Are you just doing a full fisticuff mode or something like that?
We're going to restore. Actually, we're gonna drink a little bit of Mott's, I do believe. And although it might do some damage to our int, it's gonna give us a good strength buff, and it should speed things along.
The only thing I see decreasing health bar wise is just your own.
Because you can't see the fatigue. You can't see it. It's not. I couldn't find a mod that shows a fatigue bar. But once this thing's fatigue goes to 0,
And
then
somebody would have made that.
you would think.
Considering how important it apparently is.
The hand-to-hand. I mean, most damage does health to their health bar, but hand-to-hand, it lowers their fatigue. And once that
Does it lower their health ever?
Once fatigue hits 0, they will fall to the ground, like so. And then it's easy pickings. It's easy pickings. This rat will
Yeah,
no
get
longer...
him. Get him. Get him.
So you can just hit things in this game.
Eventually.
That is
Now,
one of
here's
the
the thing.
stupidest things
This is
I've ever seen in
hand-to-hand.
video gaming. AC, you're a genius.
Now wait. Now here's the thing
Well,
about
someone
that.
is.
When fatigue hits 0, do you know what that means? They fall to the
No.
ground. Their attacks start missing. All that dice roll bullshit of nobody being able to land their attacks, that goes to the enemy. They can't hit us, and they keep falling to the ground. And when they're on the ground defenseless, that's when their health goes down. And that's when you start whittling on them with your fist. And meaning that you leave them as defenseless. So, with that in mind, we have destroyed the rat. And
Don't
now
you mean you wail on them?
we wail on them, eventually destroying them. And now,
With your fist.
wait. It's 10 p.m. Before we can heal, we need to check on a little someone. Bargoth, from earlier. Now,
You stole the ring from?
the guy who I gave back his ring. We haven't stolen his ring yet. We're going. There's Fargoth, like the little dumbass he is, going to his stash, completely telegraphing every move. We're going to watch him from the lighthouse. You can just go in there. It's free. We're just gonna climb
Will you
on
be
up.
watching from the top of the light?
Yes, we
Actually,
will.
Yeah,
We-
dumb question, sorry.
I have realized, but it's okay. I have navigated this game. Now, you see this little area back there? Fargoth is going to be reaching to it. He's sneaking while holding a torch, which is kind of counterproductive, but Fargoth does this anyway. So you're going...
Oh, I see him.
There's a hollowed up tree stump. It's empty. It will be no longer empty when Fargoth makes the trek to his place and put stuff in it. But first, he's going to leave town and go back in thinking he's slick. He's holding a bright torch. Dumbass that he is.
Who's the other torch guy?
That's a guard. That's a guard.
Oh.
That down there is Fargoth. Or that man right there is Fargoth.
Right where the crosshair is?
Yeah, that's Fargoth.
Okay.
Now, in order to trigger this, you have to talk to the guy at the top of the merchant thing and say, yeah, I'll totally split the treasure with you. I'll totally find it. I'll totally tell you and split it. There's no reward if you give it to him, so I'm going to do what you, Morrowind player that you are, should be doing.
Don't take it?
No, don't give it to the guy when he tells you where it is. No, when he tells you, hey, can you help me find this? I'll make it worth your while if you split it. Don't give it to him. Don't tell him. Just take all of it. For you. Yourself. And it's a stump, so the cops aren't going to care. It's easy pickings. So that's 1,000 gold for me already. And I have the ring back. And I have the good reputation with the shopkeeper already. All in one.
You killed that rat.
And I've killed that rat, meaning I have passed the test. This character is built. But however, I am going to do some... I'm going to double check the graphical side of things. Alright, cool. I have some graphical stuff going on through Open Morrowind that lets you see graphics that enhances the graphics really good. Mainly the lighting and the reflection of the water.
Is that why on Discord it looks like it's stuttering every 5 seconds?
Oh, it's stuttering on Discord?
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure that's just Discord and or AC's internet.
Probably
Could
just
be.
Discord. Now we're gonna rest until healed. And now for round 2. We will save this. Round 2. We will raise our hand. And we will get to work. Now, my mistake earlier was I held still.
Is this just an all-encompassing general guide?
No, this is me off of various guides and various videos and tips and tricks I have learned over the years, culminating into this. Like, I'm not reading off of anything. This is all from memory. Oh, that fatigue's lowering.
It's really hard to tell without a bar or something.
Exactly. You would think there'd be floating fatigue bars for fellow fisters like me, but no.
Please don't call yourself that.
We simply need the dough that is the flesh of our opponents with our bare hands, and we just think of the imaginary number going down until the real one does. Not to say fatigue isn't a real number, it very much is. And also, this is increasing our hand-to-hand, meaning that this is becoming stronger as we're punching on this rat, the punching bag that it is. And we throw hooks at it. We're hammering away with this thing. The fatigue is lowering, and my fists are strong. My fingers and my wrists are not, so I'm giving myself a whopping 3 seconds here.
Too bad you can't kick it.
I'm kind of shot there. Now, we're wailing on this thing. Now, I will say, picking the bread is for later, because I picked the scrawny wizard guy, the wizard the magic scrawny wizard race, who have the lowest physical health, which is why Deck went into the lady as a sign to help with endurance. They're probably like, why did I pick the magic for this build? All will be explained in due time. And now the fight begins. And now we get to work. We get to work. His health gets lowered. And 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. And the rat is gone. And the second rat has been annihilated, and we will rest until healed. Now these guys will interrupt your rest. You can go back to resting anyway. It's a scrib. It's non-hostile unless you attack first. My general
You're not gonna
advice...
attack it, are you?
No. No, fuck no. Not worth it. Now we're gonna roll back up into town. There's the first dead rat. And after this... Haha, Fargoth, I stole your ring.
So the NPC just doesn't notice that you stole it?
No, he doesn't notice, and quite frankly, he doesn't need to.
An honor to be sure.
I guess that works.
So, we're gonna buy ourselves some decent gear. There's a mod that I wanted to get, but Morrowind Script Extender only doesn't work with OpenMW, and I want to say, damn, that sucks. And that is a mod called the Iron Fist, which lets the armor of heavy gauntlet, which lets the armor of your gauntlets scale with your hand-to-hand. So if you're having heavy armor gauntlets, it scales with your hand-to-hand damage. Which is really good. Unfortunately, I do not have access to this. We're gonna pick some medium armor, though. Bam. We're gonna go with... light. Go with...
So, how's everybody else today?
Right.
Yeah.
We say goodbye to this man, and we equip our first set of armor. It'll work. Unfortunately, because I decided that I was going to run around town, my stamina is not at optimal levels of combat, so I am not going to go to the beginner filter cave and train my build so far.
If there is anything I can do, I am humbly at your service.
The man is still nice to us because we gave him his ring. Little does he know, we took it back.
John, do you have something going on in the background?
Oh, sorry, 1 second.
I think it might also be speakers because I also hear it go off right when every time someone talks, like wholesale. Now, we're getting... Fun fact about robes. You can put them on top of armor. And you can put on helmets. Well, actually, I don't know why I mentioned a helmet. I know why. Because this wizard that falls from the sky, because of his failed flight spell, is going to give us a lot of valuable stuff.
Alright, is that better?
So far.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't have much else going on in the background. All I'm hearing is double from AC's mic.
I'm not hearing double.
I'm not hearing double. Wait.
I'm also not hearing double.
Wait, do you have the stream of the YouTube up?
Hmm?
Do you have the stream up? I mean the YouTube and Twitch one.
No, I do not.
Alright,
I just have the Discord open.
Now, I've reached level 2 already. We're gonna rest on what we've learned. And bam, bam, bam. We should equip the spell. We're going to go. And now, because they haven't shown up, we're going to see how well this will do against this enemy. They're a bit of a tough one, but we're going to test it. And this will be a tougher battle than the rat. However, I do.
Hey, scum.
Oh, hey! Never mind. We get to actually fight this guy. So for context, in Morrowind's DLC came out later. As soon as Tribunal's DLC was in, Tribunal's supposed to be after the events of Morrowind, where House Tribunal sends assassins after you. However, Bethesda didn't think too clearly about what if somebody has the DLC and starts day one, so the assassins come day one. There are mods to delay this, and there are mods that make it where the assassins don't come for you, but we don't do that around here. We welcome the assassins because there's something about the assassins.
Because they drop good gear if you kill them dead.
Yes, and that good gear goes for a lot. The only downside is I have less than half stamina, so this fight will not be as optimal as I want it to be. Meaning I am going to miss a fair amount of these punches. But, also, because my punches are lowering his fatigue, his attacks are also going to miss. Except for those two. Oh. Here we go. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Come on. Come on, yeah. Fight back!
Why does he look like that?
That's what the Dark Brotherhood looked like around Morrowind.
Fucking memes, man. You shouldn't say that.
Oh.
He won't be looking like that for
Maybe
long.
he should get his weird eyes checked out.
Damn.
We're gonna take all of that. He has a little mohawk. Now, look at the armor rating 5, armor rating 1. We're gonna have to steal his drip.
These games involve a lot of theft.
Hell yeah, they do.
I mean,
Con, it's an RPG.
the theft is optional.
That is a thing that many have.
A good way to gain money, though.
Here's the thing, the theft is optional, but the theft is optimal.
I'd rather opt to not.
Ah, your
Well,
loss.
Wow.
This
That's
is
your prerogative.
you can operate under the laws of
We are
Morrowind,
very
where
moral in our
Wait.
video games. Con always
Wait,
follows
no,
the
no, let me finish. Let me finish. You can be the perfect law-abiding citizen in a society where slavery is totally okay. Yes, they do that here.
Con would be a great slaver.
I'm listening.
I wouldn't go that far.
She is fantastic.
I
at
wouldn't
following
go-
the law.
Let's back up a bit.
I wouldn't go that
Let's
far.
back up a bit.
By a healer.
And I unequipped. Now, we're going to sell everything.
I love that fuck. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We're going to sell that guy's shit. And actually, we're not gonna sell the helmet. We kind of need that. And look at this. An assassin that tried to kill us. And in self-defense. Look at this. 1,642 gold. This is after we spent the money on decent gear. After that. Optimal. Remember, theft is optional, but optimal.
It should be labeled a brain rot stream. This is stuff you just know off the top of your head.
Yes. This is all knowledge. I'm not even looking at no guide, no none. This is just me taking what I learned over the years, and especially last night, and culminating it.
I love that one video that's like, it shows like the Geneva Convention, something about like, or it was something to do with like breaking the Geneva Convention in Arba. And it's like something about how you can't use an ambulance as a like a combat vehicle or something, and then somebody modded, I think it was like Arma, to have like a turret come out of an ambulance.
Oh my god.
Also something about the Red Cross being a trademark, and so they have the Red Cross on the ambulance.
Now, thankfully, here's the thing: it's illegal to rest in town. I don't know the exact parameters but you need to leave town in order to rest. However, I don't know the exact parameters of it. But thankfully, we have a dead rat that will tell us. And now, the fruits of our labor are going to pay up. So, a part of me says that the ultimate test is to go in that cave, fight the first goon in there, and have that be a test. However, I'm feeling rather impatient, and I kind of want to show off the most efficient loop of gameplay that you'll ever need.
Okay.
But I'll go here anyway. But that loop being the wonderful town of Balmora.
Does anybody here even know anything about Morrowind outside AC?
No. There is no escape.
Alright, we are going to get the very optimal guide for a game we haven't played, and I am excited.
What does this spell do?
Shields me. Ah, fight back, haha. Haha.
You're doing the DMC2 thing of just firing your guns, which makes you invincible.
This game will kick your ass if you're not careful, so you gotta take what you can get. Also, this has the one button I wish I had. One of the few video game abilities I wish I had in the real world. This wonderful little button right here. But this is Morrowind. It doesn't matter. We'll leave the corpse there. Now. Also, fun fact. This is a place where, like, many higher-ups can hire an assassin to kill you for like, talking to them badly. And it's not entirely illegal. So Morrowind is not really a place of a whole lot of ethics in its legal system. And now we've cleared...
No, you're kidding.
Like to go?
In Morrowind?
Let's hit up Balmora, baby.
Walk when you can run.
I feel like something's not loaded in. There we go. Also, if you notice, look at the rain because of my graphical settings.
What am I noticing about the rain outside of it exists?
It's a lot more shinier. And it looks
Oh,
like...
I'm not gonna have the comparison point.
Well, it's shiny enough to where I can actually see it, number one.
Also,
I assume you can see it in the other version.
Also, you can see... Look at that. Look at that. You can
What was
see
that,
the
Khajiit?
no, the reflections on the ground.
Oh yeah, they are a reflection on the ground.
Ooh.
Because
I'm going to assume that's not RTX.
No, I don't think so. But as a part of
But
the
it
shading
has
thing.
but it has the spirit.
Yeah, it does it where whenever it's raining, you can see the reflections, and I think that's pretty cool. And now, I'm just exploring Balmora. Just waiting for my, in the rain, this map. And here's the fun thing about Balmora. It's a messy place, a maze, but I know where to go. There's the temple. That's gonna be really important later. But, so Khan, do you wanna know an easy way to get master alchemy tools? Well, Khan and everyone else. Easy, fast, master alchemy tools.
You know what? Sure.
You go over here. Into this alchemy shop. This wonderful shop. And you want to get behind this pillar and crouch. And finesse
What are you doing?
your way all the way to that second crate. Until your icon and your reach can hit the second crate.
What are you doing?
Now...
We're probably going to do a hardcore theft.
No. We're just going to crouch out of view and... sneakily borrow some things.
Ah, yeah, see? It's totally legal.
And as you can see, there's a guard right here. He would be mad if he would be mad if I broke the law and stole things. He would attack me. But I didn't break the law and he's not attacking me. No one saw it.
Yeah, it's a victimless crime.
Victimless crime. Also, literally, House Halalu is, like, right there. So, like, there is that.
That means nothing to me. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's, like, it's the Morrowind's version of, like, the thieves. It's like, imagine if the Thieves Guild had, like, political power.
Ah. I see.
Like,
they're robber barons. I get it. Con, have you not played an RPG before? I'm actually curious.
I've played RPGs before. I just don't like the option of stealing in games. I just don't do it.
Okay.
Okay, you just sounded shocked whenever he did.
Listen, it's simple. Khan doesn't like theft, and I don't like playing suboptimally.
Yeah, that's why I steal in real life and break into people's homes. I'm doing life through the optimal method.
What?
You heard me. I've gotten so much stuff by breaking into people's houses. You wouldn't believe it.
I hope this stream gets... I hope if I ever do get, like, a sponsor, I get sponsored by, like, a lock-picking company. I think it would be fun.
Yeah, you'd be shocked how many locks you can just break with another lock.
You're messing with
I've stolen guns, I've stolen drugs, I've stolen gold.
Do I need to report this on Discord?
Yeah, you could try.
I live in a...
Do you wanna be uncool?
Alright.
If Khan's a snitch. Actually,
I can't believe Khan is a narc, a snitch.
Now we're gonna rest until daytime for maximum visibility.
I one time stole a nuclear bomb. It was Serbian, so it was fine. They don't need that.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Aye.
That's why George Bush didn't find bombs in Iraq. I stole them all.
Yeah.
As a fetus.
Nukes are free. Nukes are free. You can just take them.
Yeah, nukes are free if you try hard enough.
Just take them.
You see, I'm a sovereign citizen. I should be allowed to have nukes.
Nope. Meanwhile, me just punching my worm live on stream.
I am a nation unto
I don't
myself.
think
This is
you're allowed
starting
to
to
do
sound.
that live on stream.
This is starting to sound like a Dracula flow bit. I stole something about stealing nukes, and I am a nation unto myself.
I genuinely can't tell if you're being serious or not, and I am 3 seconds.
Con,
Wait,
I have
wait.
gone to the moon.
What?
I have
what
gone
okay,
to the
Connect,
moon and planted my own.
What of I stole the nuke do you think is serious?
Hey, Con.
I have gone to the moon and I've created a base for my summer home.
Con, can I sell you a bridge?
Point to me where in the sentence that sounds like a thing that's feasible to do.
Roll
Mostly the part where he said.
Roll the
What?
No, I'm just talking to myself. I'm rolling the worm with my fists.
I was the one to put the first base on Mars.
Say, if you believe that, then Con, I have a wonderful bridge to sell you.
I have a bridge to sell you.
I have the most wonderful bridge to be selling.
I've stolen so much snake oil and so much headlight fluid.
Also, wow, look at that! Look at that view. Can't get that in vanilla, Morrowind. Look at that. A Dwemer temple for puzzles. Look at that.
That is pretty nice.
You can't see it from the fog in vanilla Morrowind, but you can see it through here.
Have you ever even attempted to take Sugma?
What?
Sugma balls.
Got
her.
Got her.
Got her. I thought it said Kush weed. I'm like, is there weed in this game?
No, there's Sujaba, moon sugar, and skooma.
Isn't skooma a drink?
Oh yeah, it is. It's like
It is like liquid cocaine, right? Or is it a downer to everybody else? I forget.
it's weird. Modern Bethesda like shows like skooma addicts like almost as like a downer, but it gives you a speed boost like an upper. Alright.
Oh, you're built different.
Yeah, that's how they decide who's the savior in the Elder Scrolls. They give you moon sugar, and if it's an up, if it's a downer, you're a Joe Schmo. You go work the fields.
Yeah, this is a premise for a quest. You must drink the skooma, and how it affects you will decide if you are the chosen one.
If that shit got you traveling the country on like a mad dash, then it's like that's the one.
Yeah, this is what they should make the next Elder Scrolls, where you're Khajiit, or where you're on the Somerset, no, elsewhere. That should be it, where it's like that decides that you are the hero. Whenever the Khajiit give you skooma to see how it affects you, they diegetically explain that those who get sped up by skooma have a great destiny ahead of them.
Oh, this one's gonna be a tricky one.
That thing is the fucking Cthulhu thing from Half-Life.
Are you punching this Zen cow to death?
Because it
kinda
jumped
does
me.
look like a Zen cow.
Let me level up. Leave me alone.
Man, could you imagine Bethesda makes another game that's set in Morrowind, but they make everything look way lamer? Because they got rid of. Because I don't know if he retired or if he left Bethesda or they fired him. But the original guy, the original concept artist, no longer works there.
Oh shit, come on. If it's any consultation, if ESO is assigned...
Consultation?
If it's...
Consolation.
Consolation. If it's any consolation, then, if what ESO is true, then it would still be somewhat like this still.
Oh yeah, I guess they did make another game with Morrowind in it.
And it was still kind of like this, so it would still be kinda similar. It'd still be kind of like... I'm trying to find like a way to like... It's like generic wash, almost.
They generic washed it?
It's like... I'm trying to find a non-racial version of whitewash.
What? I don't think
native
whitewash
terrain.
is inherently racial. Like whitewash has to do with like painting a fence. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Like I remember in Tom Sawyer.
I'm used to it being used for like, oh, I can't believe they whitewashed that character.
Maybe it is now just racial. I don't know, but I imagine it came from like the concept of whitewashing a fence, because I remember that being in Tom Sawyer, where they tell Tom to whitewash the fence.
They told him to paint it.
I thought they said whitewash it specifically.
I see, this fence has way too many interesting and diverse ideas. We're going to need you to whitewash this one, Tom.
Maybe I am wrong, but I thought that it had to do with just like cleaning up, like making, like I've heard things like whitewashing history. Well, I guess that is planting white people. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
All right, let's level this shit up. Now, I was hoping we'd get an assassin, another assassin by now.
They gentrified it. I don't know if that even applies.
Yeah, actually it's the right word, but I will say like, they like, okay, so I guess like I'll say there's like a 12% desaucifying of Morrowind in
They
ESO.
desaucified it, I like that.
By like, I would say by like, double, it's not like a significant amount, but there's a little desaucifying in there. Look at that beautiful Dwemer ruin.
I mean, I gotta admit though, like, I still think Morrowind looks crazy ugly. I can't appreciate it as much as I wish I could.
Oh, another one. I was hoping it would be wait. After this one, I'm just gonna say the assassins haven't dropped. I got unlucky. And I'm just gonna go to the temple to show you what you do when you get your lots of money.
When you get your lots of money?
Exactly.
How long is this gonna take to kill this thing?
The moment it gets on the ground, then
You've been punching this thing for like 12 hours in game time.
I mean, I mean, this
the
is
battle for the ages.
This is the second one. You can see the corpse of the first one. And it's dead.
You did it.
You know what? Let's just get to the process. I will say,
thank you.
The cool thing about spells is you can increase your movement speed and jump, because the default like starting movement speed is like, oh my lord, it is a leisurely pace. I'm pretty sure I walk in real life faster than this already.
Well, he's jaunting. He's going on a sanpo. He's enjoying himself.
It's like this, or it's this.
You know, he doesn't want to rush the adventure. By the way, are you planning to just beat the game today? Like, on this stream?
No, I'm planning to get to a decent level at the end. I might even, if I get to a decent level actually, I might go out of my way to traverse the Tamriel rebuilt stuff with this guy. And I might see if I can just go throw hands in the other countries.
Does like the Skyrim part of Tamriel rebuilt, like actually have an end quest?
There's no end quest specifically, but I want to say that each area does have a bunch of like, basically like a bunch of them have like a bunch of side quests. For example, the newest edition, how they always work is like, we'll take the newest edition of Tamriel, built, for example, Fortune's Run. It's a city with some side quests, but the main side quests are the faction ones. There are 2 different factions, and there's also the arena ones. And how it plays out is that you have to pick a side of a faction, and you have to play it, like, carefully. Because being part of one faction could lock you out of another if you do a quest. And there's also the underground faction over there in Fortune's Run, where you have to accumulate a bounty in order to join. And there's like a whole lot. There's like, basically there's some side quests, but there's a whole lot to them. And there's a lot of it's a lot more of like, each area has some side quests of political intrigue. Now, the Balmora Temple, where the magic happens.
The freshest ingredients in town.
Travel and Drano. This guy, so don't let this trick you. It says 5 of this, but the moment you buy it and come back immediately, it's automatically restocked. So, what you want to do is that you take your money and you invest in all the wickweed and marshmallow you can invest in.
Marshmallow?
Marshmallow and wickweed. You invest in this.
What is marshmallow?
It is a plant. It is almost like a... It is a swamp root, almost.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Is that like is that a pun on marshmallow? Is it like a type of bone stuff? I was very curious.
Regardless, you want to really, really invest in this stuff. Now, this was from a specific video. This little trick I learned. And you remember how I invested high in alchemy earlier?
Sure.
Wondering how I could level such a stat?
I was so curious on how you did such a feat.
Now, I will say you can get up to. I'm gonna get to save you some time. I won't get up to the hundreds. I'll only get up to the 50. Now we're gonna go to our Master's Mortar Pestle. We're gonna go bam. We're gonna go bam, and we can. And we're gonna create some potions. You could just go here and create like one at a time. You know what? Let's just... And there we go. Alchemy is... Now here's the thing. I usually like to get up to like 100 and do it, because the alchemy increases a lot more when you do that. Unfortunately... But also, do you know what that combination of potions makes?
What?
Restore health. So
damn.
In the process of farming, we have a bunch of health potions on us now.
That's efficiency, everybody.
And also, this isn't one of those games where the ingredients are more expensive than the potions. You can make your monies back by selling those potions.
Wait, so, sorry, if I'm understanding correctly, does that mean, like, infinite gold, if I understood that correctly? I might have missed something.
Basically, you only get your monies back. However, eventually you'll get to a point to where you'll, later on, where you'll be making potions that will cripple the town's economy with their price tag.
Wait, is economy actually a thing in this?
Unfortunately, only like vaguely, kinda. I wish it was fully there.
Because this does feel like the kind of game that would have considered actually making an in-game economy. Because this game has some ambition to it.
Yeah.
In general, not just for the time, I would say.
I forget if it's the Fighters Guild or Mages Guild or whatever, but there's a faction quest where there's two factions that are against each other, but there's a secret traitor in both of them. And if you want to officially root him out, what you do, and the game doesn't tell you this, is that you join both factions and you do both of their quests in a certain way, and you can root the traitor out.
Huh.
It's a whole thing. Another one of these guys?
Get him. Get him. Get.
I missed the hitman.
Get the weird beetle squid thing. I don't know what this thing is. Is this an insect? What is this? Is this an animal?
This is a Nyx hound.
Is that an animal or is that a bug?
Yes. The line is often blurred here in Morrowind. Fight back. And they say this game needs a remake. No.
How would you feel if they basically just did the Oblivion remake thing to this? Well, you know, they couldn't do it the same way, but, you know, same idea.
I'm torn, honestly. Torn. I think they would either have to make the combat more more visually transparent, like the health bar and fatigue bar, and it would have to make mechanics more explained, or they would have to change the combat. But also, the remake of Morrowind is going to miss something that Morrowind has, which is Tamriel Rebuilt. Because this is the vanilla game and what you can explore. This is what you can go to in Tamriel Rebuilt. This entire chunk of land.
I would say that if they were to just remake this game, it probably would be easier to remake Tamriel Rebuilt than how they did it the first time. Assuming they would bother. I feel like somebody would bother.
Somebody would bother, but the OG team is going to be sticking until this game, until they get all of mainland Morrowind. Like, Skyrim is a thing, and these guys are locked in Tamriel Rebuilt.
AC, would you say Bethesda hire this man?
I don't know if this...
To the team.
I think the team is going off old lore and Morrowind's interpretation. And as much as I love their work, as much as the official game, I think they would clash with the current Bethesda.
What if Bethesda said, do whatever?
They did.
Would you say Bethesda hire this man?
Okay, so Bethesda hire this man, I think they should... A part of me would be sad that it's like, oh, I wanted them to finish the mod, though. But then, like... But also, I think a part of me would be like, hire some of these men, hire some of them, but like, if you're going to hire them, you better make that next game the most hoe-scaring, archaic shit that's in-depth ever. The hoes must be mortified if you are going to even bother to look at these people's way.
This game needs to be fucking jank. This game needs to suck a little.
The game needs to be in-depth and suck a little.
Like, I don't want treats.
I do not want my hand to be held. I want this game to be observed from the distance and give an occasional thumbs up and I'm going in the right direction.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed. I guess I'm
Good
tired today than I thought.
Good night.
Night, guys. Make sure you get some sleep.
Yeah.
Night.
Alright.
Yes.
I guess I understand, but also really funny that she heads out right when I talk about this game scaring the hoes. Really funny timing on that one.
Yeah, total coincidence. Shocking.
But this... But also... Actually, wait, I need to... So I'm walking around figuring out what the move is.
You're walking here.
Because I've encountered those hounds when resting. I have never seen the game just give me a bunch of those hounds instead of the assassins. I got them way more on my on like earlier. So how do you guys does it feel about Morrowind from a gameplay perspective?
I feel like I could get used to it if I tried, but I would need to try.
I feel like the way combat works, I wouldn't enjoy.
Thankfully, although there's it's both. I'm gonna save this as a 2v1.
You make them fight each other.
No, for some reason these guys are like best friends forever. They will team up.
What is that thing anyway? Is that just a dude?
Yeah,
like,
it's an
what's
assassin.
that? Oh, okay. I was
That's his
wondering what that
helmet.
like outfit was.
If you can't get over the combat, whenever Skywind comes out, whatever year that drops, that will be the fix for you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They were remaking Morrowind, weren't they?
Yeah, and Skyrim, the mod team is. They've been doing this since Skyrim came out, and they've shown off some gameplay every now and then. I will say though, it is unfortunate that the Oblivion remake happened, because this was the year that Oblivion's remake was gonna drop. And now it's your turn. Take all. Fun fact, I have a little thing in OpenMW where when these guys are knocked out, I can steal from them. Meaning I could steal like they're throwing weapons mid-combat.
Seems useful.
Can't steal from the rat for obvious reasons.
Red have anything on it to steal even?
Nope, only its own meat. Now, we're going to go back into town. And I'm going to show you a glitch I left unpatched on purpose. But it is the funniest glitch, one of the funniest glitches ever. We're gonna go into this shop, this armor shop, and we're gonna sell this armor. Pay attention to this guy. This guy, Meldor.
What is this about?
Look at him, you see? Simple.
He's a weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell him the armor. Watch and learn.
Is this dude an elf?
Yeah, he's an elf. He's a wood
Okay,
elf. You can tell by
a
his
weirdo.
voice. Oh, let's throw this in. Let's throw this in there for fun. He puts on the armor I sold to him.
Oh, that is kind of funny.
A little silly.
Why does it keep unequipping that helmet? And with my 2,681 gold, we're gonna make quite a few more health potions, and then I'm gonna hit up the Mages Guild. Also, fun fact, if you want to do the main story, you go to Balmora as well. The meet Caius Casades. A skooma addict.
The freshest ingredients in town.
All in. We're invested. Invest in marshmallow. I don't care what kind of stocks you have. You put that shit in marshmallow and wickweed.
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow and wickweed. That shit is the invest. Okay, we're only at 35. Wonder how much we've gotten to now. 60. 65. 70. 70. We're real close. 75. 80. 85. 90. 95. 100. Also, I want to say, when did these guys sell it? Okay, they don't. I want to say, one of these guys sells Mark and Recall for real cheap. Do you guys know about Mark and Recall?
I do not know about Mark and Recall.
It's your teleport spell. You cast Mark to mark the area, and Recall teleports you to where you marked.
All right.
Now, we're gonna just join the Mages Guild.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
What's the Mage's Oath? Just never steal from another guild member. That's all they ask.
Wow, they just let anybody become a mage, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like, some of them are even, like, down with, like, don't care even if you, like, kill anybody.
Apparently, necromancy is okay in this setting.
It's somewhat outlawed, but you can do it.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
You know, we don't like it, but whatever.
That's how they view it.
Just don't get weird.
I mean, there isn't... I forget if it was Oblivion or Morrowind where there's an NPC who does get weird.
Because of course you're going to get weird with necromancy. You know what? Yeah, the wholesome necromancer, yeah.
No, I mean, they're like asking for research.
I only want to necromance my mom so I can hug her again.
No, it's like...
Oops, it didn't work. Now I'm missing an arm and a leg.
God. It's more of like they're implied of like asking for a friend or some necromancy thing like that. It's like, oh, you're fucking those things, aren't you?
Because of course they would. Who wouldn't?
Also, yes,
what are you trying to say here, man?
What am I trying to say?
The assassins can jump you in the Mages Guild when you're trying to sleep here.
What I'm trying to say is that
security.
What I'm trying to say is that people that do necromancy probably aren't doing it because they're wholesome.
Probably not.
But if you were to do necromancy, you know.
Let's see, it's the last fucking throwing dart. Wait, what? Did I get in trouble for stealing from this guy?
Wait, from stealing from the assassin?
From the dart? I heard someone say, you won't get away with this, you thief.
Oh, I mean, you are still a thief, aren't you? I mean, these guys might suck. These guys might kill, but you know, they still don't want to be robbed.
Do you want something?
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
You know what? Let's go outside to see if the guards are mad at us. Because...
Oh, wait, is this one of those things where it's like everybody's omnipresent? Omnipression? I don't know. For whenever you steal something?
Omniscient?
Omniscient?
Yeah.
No, it's those things where they went thief, and I'm like, if somebody spot me, the guards might be coming. Wait, let's see. Let's go talk to this guy. Let's...
Yes, Outlander.
Oh,
What do you want?
there we go. There, let's just load the save. Okay, but looting their corpse was okay.
Well, of course. You know, who wouldn't?
Wait, did I just dodge that fucking throwing dart?
Ugh.
Are you winning?
I think I am. I'm punching him real good. Oh my fucking god.
I hope you won't take too much of my time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just a glitch with taking the dart. If I go out, I'm gonna talk to this guy. Guard? Guard?
What do you think of Balmora, Outlander?
Oh! I even got a quest because of the assassins.
Oh man, you got attacked by Dark Brotherhood. That sucks. Anyway.
I'm in the legal right for taking a shit because I took it post-mortem. Hey, little guy.
If somebody tries to kill you and you beat them up and kill them, you're allowed to take their shit. That's how it works.
That's how it should be. Listen, if somebody...
What they say about possession.
Why have possession when we can have it to where if somebody tries to mug you, you could just steal all of their you could steal the money off of their corpse after you kill them in self-defense. Truly, this is how the law should be.
Yes, Morrowind is a borderline failed state that is run by the rules of the jungle. I don't know shit about the Morrowind political structure.
I assume they're ruled by the Empire, considered how many Empire guards are around.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Well, you see, there's actually multiple factions. House Veteran's the one backed by the Empire. There are plenty of towns that do not have any Imperial presence in them and prefer to keep it that way.
Man, it'd be really funny if they did want to go with like a failed state kind of story, and they make it the fucking Somerset Isles. I think that's the High Elf place.
Greetings.
Right?
What exactly do
The
you
idea of the
require?
Aldmeri Dominion becoming a failed state is really funny to me. And it's just anarchy.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, there is. Do any of you got a drain fatigue spell? Because that will go a long way in this build. Damage fatigue.
They're bound boots.
It's like, okay, so in Skyrim it's only bound weapons, but in Oblivion it's bound armor.
Wait,
And
what is bound?
you
Does that
summon
mean you can't
it.
use it?
No, you
Oh, okay.
summon it. So you can summon weapons, and in here you can summon all the weapons and armor.
You can summon armor. That's such a weird concept.
What does that entail? Does it just like get auto equipped to you?
Auto equipped on you when you cast
Okay,
it.
so you can like. Is it all attached to one spell, or is it like multiple spells?
It depends on what you want. Bound helm, bound longbow, and bound boots are different.
So
spells.
like, can you make it all one spell?
There's spell making, and yes, you can. It will take a lot of magic.
So you can make a spell that just equips you in heavy armor and a battle axe.
Yes.
Okay.
And the best thing about conjured spells
Is that you can walk into area where weapons aren't allowed and then summon your weapons and kill everyone?
That too, but mainly no carry weight. You don't have to worry about carrying a heavy weapon with you weighing down your inventory when your weapon is something you can just summon. Now, and now that we have rested on what we have learned, we'll rest until healed. And now, it's finally time for all of that fucking moss root to pay off. All that wick wheat and all that marshmallow. We're gonna make 0-0. We're gonna go BAM! And we are already the next level.
Nice.
And we are already level 5.
I see you. Hello. How may I help you, Breton?
Good hunting.
There we go. You can also, hey Sim, look, bound battle axe. You can do it.
Oh, nice.
I swear, there are like 3 types of Khajiit men.
I think there's like
some dude that sells you some sort of mixed substance, an assassin, and like someone who's a huge bitch.
And then there's
the 3
the
types of Khajiit men for games.
And then there's the ones that are
Where
little
are the
kitty
Khajiit
cats.
from?
Elsewhere. It's like a tropical island, I think.
No, it's not an island. It's a desert.
They should do an
Oh, it's a
Elder
desert.
Scrolls in Khajiit land.
Do they have
it's in ESO.
Do they have their own form of martial arts?
That's kind of funny. What is it?
I forget the exact name, but it also
Is it claw-based? Do they use their claws?
Their claws give them an unarmed, but it's also like claws mixed into like spinning, like it's mixed into kicks and shit. It's like a different martial arts. Yeah, they got their own martial arts over there.
Where's the weirdest place I could put an Elder Scrolls game?
Probably elsewhere.
Technically Akavir, not counting Tamriel.
Under the sea.
That's Asia, right?
Yeah, that's Asia with all the vampiric snake people. And the lion people. That Akavir would be the weirdest, but the weirdest in Tamriel, I think, would be probably Black Marsh.
You think so?
That's Argonians, yeah.
Either
Yeah.
Black Marsh, Elsewhere, or Morrowind.
I feel like it'd be elsewhere. Like I can see a fantasy like setting with like a bunch of lizard people. Not so much with a bunch of cat people, at least in this kind of setting. If
They
it's a
should-
Japanese thing, then I can see it in a cat person.
They should do it in the Khajiit place and have all of the weird Khajiit that you don't ever see in any of them around.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
ones that are literal kitty cats?
Like the ones that are house cat size and the ones that are like lions.
And it's the one fucking Elder Scrolls game where you can't play a Khajiit. Because fuck you.
There's like one. There's like apparently one of the house cat ones like in Elder Scrolls Online.
I think I might have seen it.
Alright.
I could be
Only
wrong.
one?
Okay, so it is desert, but there is a foresty peninsula, like a swamp-like peninsula. It's elsewhere.
I forget where. I thought I remember. I think it's also like Aztec theme, isn't it? Or am I crazy? In ESO, at least.
No, that's Black Marsh. That has a bit of the Aztec.
ESO is kind of all over the place.
I thought for sure I saw like an Aztec pyramid looking. I'm gonna look up elsewhere in ESO. Just I'm trying to remember what it looked like. All right, what does this place look like? Man, I do not remember it looking like. Okay, this one looks a bit more. Okay, it does have a bit of a marshy look in some areas. I'm gonna put like a screenshot.
But also the history has some weird shit going on in Black Marsh. Also, Argonians in Black Marsh can just change their gender whenever they feel like it.
Oh yeah.
Through the history.
Okay,
Also,
it looks
there's
like it might be more. It might be like Indonesia vaguely themed. Like this looks like maybe Indonesian looking.
This is a banker. She will do your banking for you if you give her money.
Man, Tamriel is such a magical little place. If I ever make like something in a typical fantasy setting, although I'll have multiple influences, Elder Scrolls would definitely be one. Just so much difference, like country to country. You know?
Yeah. And you would do the cool thing of having the tropical Rome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The original Cyrodiil concept.
Actually, can you take? I'm gonna spend a couple gold here. Can you take me to? Actually, you know what? Although I'm probably going to replace it later. For now, I might actually buy a decent set of armor for the stream, so I can just branch off the Vardenfell path. And I can show you guys bits of what other areas look like.
From where do you hail?
Hey, shopkeep. I'd take that. I'd like to take that. What bone mold helmet do you think I should don?
The gay one at the top.
I can't really tell what's a helmet or not.
A or B?
Wait, is that a helmet at the top?
I'll buy both.
Like second column, third one down. Is that a helmet?
I'll buy both.
Helmet.
I can't see your mouse. I can only see the description.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, what... I actually... Yeah, I just noticed I can't even see your mouse.
I will buy both.
Don't buy both. Oh, you fool.
Don't you have, like, a bajillion gold? I don't know how much has a lot of gold in this setting. Wait, how much are these? Isn't that, like... Is it just, like, 100?
It's like 150.
Oh, you have plenty of gold.
Right now, alright. We'll make our monies back on the next assassin.
Oh yeah. Don't have you see who's gonna be the guest on next week's podcast?
Wait, what's going on?
Podcast next week. Did you see who the guest is gonna be?
I need to catch up on it. Oh, is it, wait, Mr. Beast?
Castle Super Beast.
Oh,
Did you see
Castle-
who's going to be... Yeah, did you see who's going to be the guest next week? There's gonna be a guest next week.
No, I don't know.
Mr. Beast
Would you
doesn't
like
have
to
his own
know?
podcast. He listens to Talk to Her.
What do you want?
Yeah, I thought you were saying that Mr. Beast was gonna be on Castle
No.
Super Beast.
But Mori Calliope is.
Is she?
Yeah.
They got
That's
her.
cool.
Okay, so
Fucking got her.
okay, so
What's that
here's
mean?
the
Hololive said, yeah, sure, whatever.
What does that mean? What do you mean they got her?
they got her.
They got her.
They got her for a guest.
They got her. Also, okay, so here's Bone Mold Helmet A. Bone Mold Helmet B. That one. So should I wear this one or this one?
Could you look at the other? That one looks like it's from I Divine Cybermancy.
This is the other one.
You know what? They're both fucking cool. I can't choose. They're both pretty cool.
Let's make it. All right, let's sell that. Sell that. Let's make a little bit of our money back. A little bit, I mean mostly selling the Dark Brotherhood shit. I swear, I bought boots.
I thought you said boobs.
It cost. I got more money. I went to like sell those Dark Brotherhood boots so I can put on the Bone Mold boots, and I got more money. And I got like enough money to where like it was like I didn't spend anything. Trying to see what button it was that like spins the camera around. There we go. It's tab. You can wear robes on top of armor, so this is what my guy looks like.
Look like a fucking dweeb.
Yeah.
The Paul, I do not like the shoulders. I gotta admit, I don't
Why
like the
is
shoulders.
that part of the helmet and not part of the chest piece?
For real.
The shoulder plates?
Or at least part of the
Yeah.
arms.
No, they're the part of the shoulders. You put them on individually.
I'll take them off.
They have good armor. This is how I look without the robe.
Yeah, like everything looks cool except for the fucking shoulder pads. The shoulder pads are really goofy.
This is the alternative.
I mean, if he had something covering up his arms, I think that would actually look better.
Let's put the robe on top.
I feel like this kind of helmet needs like a hood. Like to really sell the alien look.
There is like a robe, like an extravagant robe, but I forget where I can go get it. Oh, I forgot the Mages Guild is right there.
What brings you here, Breton?
May I help you?
How may I help you, Breton?
We're gonna go to Vivek.
Do you want something?
Greetings.
I'm gonna buy some blow. This is gonna be a surprise tool for later.
I used to blow for a second. We're gonna buy some blow.
Are there just like straight up drug dealers in this game? I imagine
yeah.
so.
Do you want something?
Does this game have a wide assortment of drugs like Fallout, or is it just skooma?
There's Sujama, which is like a weird semi-alcohol, but not really. And here is the city of Vivek.
Isn't this like the worst place? Like in terms of morality?
There's worse places.
Like where?
I forget. There's some like shady dealings in some other towns. Also, there's towns that are close to the Red Mountain that have to deal with the ash.
What's the ash?
The ash from Red Mountain, the volcano. And with it, due to the events of the game, is a little something called the Blight.
That doesn't sound good. That sounds bad. I don't think I like the Blight.
I probably should have gotten a levitate spell, but oh well.
Oh yeah,
You could use
I
that guy.
forget.
Did you get that guy's flying spell that didn't work and killed him?
Yeah.
Wait, can't you
Does
like
it kill you if you use it?
Not if you cheated in a certain. You can survive it during certain maneuvers, but this will kill me if I use it raw and filtered.
Can't you also fly indefinitely, like hover indefinitely?
Alchemy and enchanting is your friend in that. Let's see where this spell leads. Oh. Right here, actually.
Is there a spell to negate fall damage?
There's kinda, there's some spells. Acrobatics. What you want to do is increase your acrobatics to decrease fall damage. And if you can get spells and stats effects and potions that stack it high enough, you can be almost immune. To definitely immune.
What brings you here, friend?
Now, where'd that put that?
What brings you here, Breton?
Now, this is Tamriel rebuilt. We are a part of the mod. This is a part of the mod now. That expands. So this is what according to the mod, this is what mainland Morrowind looks like. There's a lot more than this, but this is the first town you see.
So is the idea that it looks a bit more imperial? Like it looks a bit more like a medieval place? Like what's the difference in appearance, if there is any?
It looks more imperial here because this is Ebonheart. Ebonheart is the part of Morrowind explicitly owned by the Empire. So
it's like a colonial place.
Yeah, much like that's why if you look at places like Seyda Neen, that the starting area, there's it has Imperial guards but traditional houses, like Caldera and even Ebonheart and Vardenfell. They'll look way more traditional, and it'll have their Imperial guards in them, and that's how you know.
But where are the hookers?
Is there? Why is that statue got a big gross tentacle wrapped around it?
As a snake.
It's got a big gross snake wrapped around it.
Is this how it be?
So AC, here's a lore question for you.
Yeah.
How come there are 12 zodiac symbols but only 9 gods?
They're separate. They're entirely separate things here.
Why do people hate the worship of Guy?
Of Talos?
Guy from Skyrim. Yeah, Talos.
Mainly the bastard Thalmor hate him. Like, and those guys are like ontologically evil. Like, I can't think of a single morally righteous thing that Thalmor has done. Like, I would almost argue that those guys are like the bad guys. Like, there is no fucking like. There is not a single, like, morally good person among them.
I'm just expecting you to say they are racially evil.
Why did Perennial White Snake come back from the future to commit a genocide?
The aliens are, like, super, like... Or, like, apparently... Here's the thing. Every 1,000 years, there's, like, some elves that, like, get up to some bullshit. And there's a prophesized guy who has to, like, come back and put them in their place. In that case, the aliens became, like, almost super sadistic and evil. Like, real bad. And Pelinal Whitesnake had to do what he does with this beam of light, which some have argued was cybernetics, which is a really heated discussion in the Elder Scrolls.
Is there anything to back that up?
Some argued that he has, like, that's like he shot a pillar of light from his hands.
In the magical setting.
I mean, also, there's, like, flying, like, space shit. That's what the Battle Spire is. That lets you travel through, like, Daedric plains as well.
But the thing is that it's magical. It's not cybernetic.
The Dwemer also have, like, magical robots.
So, there's a prophecy that...
Oh, you cut out there.
And somebody's gonna have to kill a bunch of elves.
You cut out.
So there's a prophecy that every 1,000 years or so, elves are gonna get up to some bullshit, and someone's gonna have to kill a bunch of elves.
Kinda, yeah.
How feasible would it be to make an Elder Scrolls game around that idea?
Very, considering that the Thalmor are a group of elves that are getting up to some shit at Skyrim, and you don't do anything to them there.
Yes, why not?
Fuck you. They're the main bad guys orchestrating everything. Fuck you, you can't do anything.
Second question, what was wrong with that guy's face?
That guy?
Yeah.
Let me peep this.
Wealth beyond.
Oh! Why is he looking at me like that?
Is that a custom-made character?
Possibly.
Masera.
Oh, hell no, he's tweaking. I'm not selling you that cheap. Also, Morrowind has crossbows.
Oh.
Morrowind has crossbows.
Neat.
Skyrim has crossbows. The capital of the Empire, in Cyrodiil. Oblivion, the game that takes place in the Empire's capital, doesn't have crossbows.
Okay, wait.
It
I want to give a
evolved
counter.
past the need.
Okay, in lore do they have it?
They've
Because
never hinted at it. There's not a single bit of
because-
dialogue that talks about crossbows in that game.
Generally, normal bows are generally better, but they tend to require more training.
Yeah, isn't that the idea?
One could argue that it shows that there's more elite shooters in there.
But also, I feel like that even if it's a lot harder to manage, even if it's a lot more impractical, you would think that like evolution in combat would be present in the capital of a place called the Empire.
Not inherently. Crossbows are like an old like they had that during the Roman time. And yet England still was renowned for their longbowmen.
Also, what do you think about the colors on the mainland of Morrowind?
Oh, it's
Crossbows
pretty.
Nice. I can see this ground texture repeating.
So,
Crossbows did not replace bows.
Yeah, it's like how muskets were a thing because they were cheaper, not because they were better than bows.
I meant to.
Fucking point it in that direction and pull the trigger. This is how you load it. There, you're done. Get out there. Go kill some guys.
Get to it.
You aim, you load, you shoot, and then they're dead. It's so easy, even an Englishman can do it.
Yes, Outlander?
Get him, guards. Get him.
Fucking beat his ass. I thought that guy's head was on backwards for a second.
There is someone watching me. I can tell.
Bro?
You okay, buddy?
Bro? Alright. Let's see if one more scroll of Akarian flight will take me somewhere. Will I die? That is the question.
Yeah.
I forgot the reason why I didn't die originally.
Is there a robot? Why is there a fucking robot?
That's not a robot, that is a Silt Strider.
It's a robot, though.
It ain't Dwimmer, and that is just a floating jellyfish. Are you talking about this thing? This is present on the mainland, but not in Vardenfell. This is a Velk.
That's a funny looking creature. That looks like something out of Kenshi a little bit.
I know, like, there's a lot of, like, stuff. There's some stuff in Morrowind that feels like Kenshi.
I should... Doing with that.
Sorry, you cut out again. What?
I bought Kenshi and I should figure out what I'm doing with that. As in how to do anything.
Something I would legitimately recommend, unless you have infinite time, is if you're playing Kenshi, just break out a map. Just go to the wiki, break out a map, enjoy yourself. Or else unless you have infinite time.
Now, here's a
I was gonna say, there's literally only one other settlement on the map, and that settlement also sucks and has nothing in it. I did steal a bunch of shit from a bandit that the guards beat to death and sold it, and the merchant didn't even care that it was stolen. So that's neat.
Damn. That's crazy.
The merchant was like, "You stole this shit? Rad. Here's $5 for this shitty rusted pipe you picked up off this guy."
Outlander, what do you want?
Yeah, this is a bit of this is a town in mainland. Oh, there's a lot larger towns. But apparently it feels like the Scroll of Akarian flight does not take me as far as it usually does.
But what is the difference between fortifying a stat and increasing a stat?
Fortifying is a spell that it usually, or an enchantment. Like it's a temporary it's enchantment or a spell that increases it.
So why does the fact that the flight spell fortifies your acrobatics to 1,000 not prevent fall damage?
Oh, the flight? Flight should, I think flight does prevent fall damage.
It's just if it wears off and you're still in midair.
Yeah, you know what? Because it's near the end of this, I've been showing off all the cool tips and tricks. I'm gonna explore a lot of this, so we're gonna make a new save. Console command Jimmy. We're gonna go to player. Set speed 200. Actually, 400. Let's just Alexia, Old Evanhart. Oh, that's actually really interesting, I think. Old Alexia is a part of the Tribunal DLC. And what you have to do is like it teleports you in the middle of mainland Morrowind. But I think because of the way Tamriel Rebuild works, you can diegetically and naturally like walk there.
Huh.
Cool.
Even further beyond. I wonder what my animation looks like in third person. Oh my god. Are you seeing?
You're zooming!
God damn.
Boom.
You're literally breaking this game.
I wanna run down south real quick. Fuck you. Oh no, it's too far. I went to the part of the map that wasn't loaded yet. I want to say Fortune's run is all the way down there? I wonder if this, I wonder if this. Oh, yes, it does work. Holy shit.
What are you doing?
The setting acrobatics.
Oh.
Is the...
I looked away and I saw that you were in the sky. I wasn't sure what was going on.
Let's set that the 300 actually. Just showing off a bit of good old Tamriel rebuilt.
Why did STP post this?
What do you... S cry ED, the men will come?
Oh, why that? Oh, why is he posting that? The clip of that fucking clip. I remember Scribe. Oh boy, it's the wasteland.
Everyone's favorite. Where's the Washington Monument? Did you just explode?
That thing casts a projectile, but gotta take this guy's helmet. Wait. Oh no, I jumped too fast. Sir?
Where would you like to go?
Tending to where the fuck this is.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Thank you. I forget where it is, but I know there's also like a bit of like an Acropolis area. That is like, it's like the city of the dead. And like the guards have like special armor.
Does it help them fight the dead?
It helps them like preserve. It's more like a giant funeral. Oh look, it's a Daedra.
Just like around, out and about.
Yeah, around, out and about. Around his little Daedric ruin.
Living his best life.
Where the hell is it? Bah. Ooh. This little town. Wait, who are you?
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Oh, you're a faction guy. You only chance people who belong to your little clique.
Under sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
Here we are. This is the location.
This is the necropolis?
Nope. Not the necropolis. This is the place I wanted to end on. And this, before... Oh, let me run out here before we, Oh, come on! Can a guy get some rest? Trying to find a good place to rest. There we go. God damn it, it's still part of the fucking settlement? There we go. This area is added by Fortune's Run, which came out I think either this year or last year.
Oh, it's very deserty.
So
this is a mod still?
Yeah, this is part of Tamriel Rebuilt. This is
Oh, I
mainland
guess.
and Morrowind.
Yeah, I guess there isn't new content Bethesda's making for Morrowind.
Yeah, this is the more deserty part.
I did not know that Morrowind had deserts.
The game doesn't. The mainland.
Well, the mainland.
Sort of it's like a bit of this mesa area with all these rock formations.
Kind of neat.
And my final note will kind of be ending it. Here's the city. The city.
Oh wow, that is cool looking.
A city fully
Very nice.
Customly made for Tamriel Rebuilt in this area. There's faction quests. There's an arena, and that has its own set of quests. Look at this guy's armor made entirely for this.
That is pretty sick. Oh, that's custom?
Yeah, custom.
Oh wow, they kept the look pretty good at Faithful.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need? May I help?
Under sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
And
Do they get voice actors, or are they reusing lines?
they're reusing well, some of them have custom voice actors, but when it comes to voices, all it is like stay safe, and those general grunts are all the main mean potatoes of the dialogue is not voiced.
May I help you? Is there something you need?
Oh, yeah. So to show this off, this is what there's also a sewer system.
Huh.
Yes.
Here's the Imperial Outpost area.
Good for the Empire, good for all, eh, citizen?
Yeah. Well, really amazing how they're able to make this is all custom. Look at that.
It is very impressive.
Is there a boat person? If so...
May I help you?
Guess here... Yes, no. Mind it there unless you want to have like a brief snippet of what Cyrodiil looks like. Or Skyrim. Yeah.
Can you see part of Skyrim or no, you can part of Cyrodiil from here, can you? Or in this game?
I think that's Oblivion, isn't it? Or can you do it from here?
That Oblivion was Cyrodiil, but you could see like Skyrim over there a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were
if
asking.
You were looking for it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Skyrim.
We're going to load. You cannot see Skyrim, really from Morrowind. Alright, if you want to go through Tamriel Rebuilt,
So where are you from?
you want to travel to Old Ebonheart.
What brings you here, Breton?
You want to go all the way to this guy in the back.
Happy to help. What's your problem?
And you want to go to the Strident Coast area. And then that's how you get the Cyrodiil. There's a certain NPC where you talk to her and you get the Skyrim. But yeah, this is what
Talk is free. What do you want?
this is what their version of Cyrodiil looks like. This is Anvil.
Hey.
Yeah, although I will say I do think so I do not care much for how Cyrodiil looks in Oblivion. You know, it's generic fancy. The Capitol Palace looking place, that is a pretty sick place.
As the market stalls and the I don't know, there's like the bazaar, that's where the gremlin is.
Oh yeah, the funny little dude.
I'm listening.
Overall, it's just these mods are probably some of my favorite mods. That whenever I play Morrowind, I like to have these ones specifically because it's
How much have you actually gone through like this version of Cyrodiil and the other version of Morrowind and Skyrim? How much have you actually gone through?
I haven't gone through a whole lot. I do that was kind of why I cracked the code a bit so I can get my character more powerful. So I can traverse these lands a bit better. Also, a perfect little note to end on. Here's Karthwasten. You may recognize this from Skyrim, but it's different.
Different.
Look at that. Look at
how?
The way it's built, the way it's more accurate. Also, look at the guard armor in this version.
Yeah, it's that's pretty cool. I do like that. And so that is custom made?
Yeah, custom made. I know there's also a bit of like the Reach and Hammerfell because right now there's like a whole drama and dispute between Skyrim and Hammerfell. There's me jumping, seeing more of
You
the
go to the mouth of the world and see Parthenax. Or the throat of the world, whatever the hell it was called.
Not yet.
Whatever it was called, it was rad as hell.
Yeah.
Hey, look, a thing.
I'm listening. May the wind be on your back.
Look how the architecture is different. It looks
Oh
more,
yeah. It kind of reminds me of Mountain Blade a little.
looks more like also like the Skyrim's like architecture a bit. Oh my god. I'm like 95% sure that chair is just in Skyrim. Yeah.
How old was Tiber Septim when he fucking died?
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, we asked that question like an hour or two ago and we didn't get an answer.
That Uriel, I'm unsure. I'd have to.
Or Uriel, yeah.
Tiber Septim, whole different guy. When he croaked, he was 87 when he died.
Oh.
Which is a long life. That's Morrowind.
And how much of a time gap is there between Skyrim and Oblivion?
I think it's either like, I forget the exact number. I think it was either like 10 years in the end of Oblivion's the fourth era, or it was 100.
It's like 100. Because people were making fan theories about the Adoring Fan being in Skyrim, but people were saying no, it's 100 years away. They're not Skyrim.
200 years.
Yeah.
Now, when are we talking about the Godhead, though?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the nature of the divine Godhead.
Listen. We're as we're closing out, I think the Godhead would be a whole nother can of worms. Oh boy. Is that a can of worms? Yeah. I think I'll end the stream there.
Okay.
Just wanted to show off how I could efficiently level up a character and also show off bits of the brand new land masses in Oblivion.
Efficient, he says, as he basically cheats.
I cheated at the very end to showcase the areas, but that was only because
you cheated at the very beginning.
Is it
when you stole the fucking plate?
It's only cheating. I consider it only cheating when the console command menu comes up.
Well, I consider it cheating if you break the rules of the game, which you did.
We make a little money. We make a little money.
You know, it's a victimless crime whenever you put a bucket over the person's head.
I mean, no one need a bucket for that shit. You just it's money. It's money. Like, some Morrowind players, or some of them are even against it, but I ain't. I ain't above that shit. I'm taking a limeware platter any day of the fucking week. Limeware platter chads, rise up. And yeah, I may dead into the stream. Hopefully, Hunter campaign Thursday. Hopefully. Stuff come up, but yeah.
Unless AC's World War II veteran body starts acting up.
Yeah.
Damn.
I feel like every other day I look into Gun Server and you're like, my fingers have frozen completely and my leg aches because it's about to rain.
Honestly, pretty crazy all around.
Having an autoimmune disease in your 20s is fun.
Yeah.
Which one? I don't know.
Guess stupid.
Is it AIDS? Probably not.
What if it was?
The most I can think of
that would be total ass.
The most that'd be AIDS adjacent is a little thing called autoimmune hepatitis, which is like none of the contagiousness, but the immune system is attacking your body in such a way where it might as well mimic the effects of hepatitis.
Okay, now hold on. I need to ask this because I feel like this is a serious question because it involves AIDS. Is AIDS contagious, or is HIV the thing that's contagious? It gives you AIDS.
I don't know. I know there's a distinction, and I don't remember what it is.
Because I think what I just said is correct. Because I said it, obviously, but...
HIV is a virus that weakens your immune system. AIDS is a condition that happens as a result of an HIV infection. Okay, yeah.
That is what I said, yeah.
Before I will say,
Yeah, you were correct.
Yeah. Arpain.
How come I'm the only one coming through on Bones' hot mic?
Wait, what? Have I been hot micing?
Yeah, but like only for me.
Oh,
Like
you
when
are a little
AC and
loud.
LaRouche talk, it doesn't show up.
Oh, here, I just turned you down a little. You were just a little louder than the rest. That's it. Like I have my mic, my headphones are right next to my mic, and so I guess you were just loud enough to go over the sensitivity trigger.
I am AC Denton.